Titus J Wavy back with another video. In this video, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all about my first crush and my first heartbreak. Stay tuned.
Come on, boy. Come on, TJ. There you go.
Alrighty. Appreciate you guys staying tuned, man. Shout out to the Titus J Wavy family, man. Always showing me love and support. If you are not a member of the family yet, man, we can fix that right now. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button and hit that notification bell. And guess what? You're on the Titus J Wavy family. Congratulations. Now let's go ahead and get into the video. In this video, man, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tell y'all about my first crush and also my first heartbreak. It's crazy, right? All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and set the scene for y'all. This is my junior year in high school. I went to a high school at the time called Woodward High School. It was called Woodward Career Technical High School. It was one of them technical high schools where like we had to wear uniforms, and based off whatever program you was in, it was a certain color shirt. And in the program I was in, it was Advanced Tech, where we had to wear navy blue shirts and khaki pants. You know what I'm saying? Then they had like health. It was like powder blue and khaki. Then they had building, which was maroon and khaki. The program I was in was Advanced Tech. I'm not gonna say her name out of respect, cause I think she married. I want to say married or got somebody. I don't know. I'm not too sure. We're gonna call her Pretty Light Skin. That's what we're gonna call her. We call her Pretty Light Skin. Pretty Light Skin. Now, a little bit of a backstory. I remember Pretty Light Skin from the year before. And how I remember her was she was fighting in the hallway. She was fighting in the hallway. She was she was going hard, you know what I'm saying? She was going in, man, and I just remember like, dang, who was that pretty girl that was fighting? You know what I'm saying? And I always remembered that, like, dang, she was pretty, you know what I'm saying? She had the little, you know, back in the day, the little ponytail, and if it was nice and shiny, that was it. I go back. We're going back to 11th grade now. 11th grade, new building, everything. I remember seeing her outside of this class I was walking in, and I was like, I know she ain't in this class, because if she in this class, I'm going to shoot my shot. Lord behold, the teacher like, everybody get in, and she walked in, and I'm like, whoa, like, she in my class. You know what I'm saying? Like, she really in my class. When you like somebody in high school, you know what I'm saying, you try to sit next to them, or you try to be, you know what I'm saying, in a view where she sat. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, she sat all the way on the other side of class. But that was only because the teacher assigned our seats like that. Man, I'm crushing though. I'm crushing like crazy. So the teacher yelled her name or whatever, and I'm looking and I'm like, oh, okay, so that's her name. You know what I'm saying? But to y'all, she pretty light skinned. I know her name. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it out of respect. I used to do stuff like that, but it was this one class we had where it was like a AutoCAD class. And she luckily sat at the end of the table, you know what I'm saying, where it's computers. And I sat in the middle. She was at the end, and my dog, Daryl, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Daryl, man. We used to be the class clowns and stuff, making everybody laugh. She sat right there on the end. And I just remember, like, as time went on, I was, like, kind of shy to, you know, like, really shoot my shot and just be like, hey, how you doing, you know what I'm saying. Like, I always baited my way in, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to bait my way in by making her laugh or do something like that. Then one day, I never forget, I think it was snowing outside. I think it was snowing, but it was around basketball season. And I just remember I was just like, man, forget it. I'm going to pull out this Nokia 6010 and I'm going to get her number. I was in class and I was just like, you know, like, can I have your number? And she was like, quit playing. You don't want my number for real like that. And I'm like, no, I'm serious. So I went ahead and slid the Nokia 6010 to her. And she put her number in my phone. You feel me? The rest of the day, I'm like, yeah, you feel me? I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm hype. Boy, I was hype. Boy, when I got home, boy, I was staying with my dad at the time. When I got home, I was like, man, look, like, you know, I'm showing them the number, like, look, and I'm like, she bad, you know what I'm saying? She look good, too. She light skinned, got this going on, yada, yada, woo-de-woo. Like, I'm hyped. So my dad like, you text her yet? And I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? Because you know back in high school, you don't want to seem thirsty. You don't want to text right away. I said, hey, what's up? She was like, nothing much. You know, hey, what's up? I was like, oh, she responded. I ain't go for the kill right away. And I was just, you know, simple conversation. I don't want to rush nothing too much. I can say this though. Every day I would go to school, she would acknowledge me. So she was like, hey, Titus, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, how you doing? Pretty light skin. She just started hanging around me and my boy, you know what I'm saying? Laughing, giggling, and all that type of stuff. But I think at the time she had a boyfriend that I knew that I went to school with previously. Like, we played football together and basketball together. So it was like, you know, I had that line right there where I was like, dang, I can't shoot my shot. She talked the boo, blah, blah, blah. But then I remember that it ended. When it ended, I was like, I'm about to step in. Look, this is my chance. So I remember we had a French class together. And I remember we sat next to each other. You know, we passing little notes and stuff like that and all that. And then I just said, you know, what if I made you my girlfriend? And I, you know, snuck and slid it back. And she looked at it and she laughed. But you know when girls laugh, they like look, you know, they be like this, like, you know, laugh. But I looked back at her and I was serious. I was like, no, I'm serious. Like, I really like you. Like, she slid it back and was like, I don't know. And I said, I want you to be my girlfriend. So her friend sat behind us. She was like kind of hyping the situation, like, oh, y'all passing notes and blah, 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 blah. And the French teacher at the time was like, I know there ain't no notes been passed in my class. You know what I'm saying? Talking like that. He was from Africa, but he spoke French. So like we heard him try to, you know, whatever. That night I had texted her when I got home and I was like, I'm serious. I want you to be my girlfriend. Man, when she said, I think that's cool. Oh my God, boy, you would have thought I won the lottery. But then, when she told me it was cool, it was on a Friday. So it's like, damn, I gotta wait all the way till Monday to see her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the whole weekend, I'm like, I want to see you, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? So like, I had to wait it out. But then I knew, I was like, man, I got to go back to school fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to get right. I got to get fresh. You know what I'm saying? I got to get fresh for pretty little light skin. I can't have her be my girlfriend and I look toe up. You feel me? She was bad. Everybody wanted her. That Monday I came, I had the Timbos on. Ooh, I had the fresh butters on. I had the fresh butters with the uniform shirt, with the pants. I was fresh to my standards. You feel me? I was fresh. And when I walked in class, and I think some people already knew, and they was like, oh, Titus and Pretty Light Skin, you know, they go together. And I was like, yeah, like my head was like, my head was big, you feel me? Chest out, everything, but I knew what I was up against. I'm talking about, man, like this Pretty Light Skin was out of my league. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, she was way out of my league, man. I knew the type of guy she liked. She liked the D-boys. I don't know about other people high schools, but and all the high schools I went to, it was like real life. You know what I'm saying? You had the D-boys, you had the athletes, you had the nerds, you had the whatever. And I was the type of person where I could mingle with everybody. It was funny, I was cool, I was chill. Everybody knew who I was. You know what I'm saying? I played a little football, then I went to the drums, then I went to, you know what I'm saying? Like I was cool with everybody. So everybody knew who I was because I was a cool guy. Man, you know, high school relationships don't last at all. Them motherfuckers don't last. Like, those relationships is like the fakest relationships ever. Like, y'all could go together for like 2 weeks and it'd be over. And that's literally what happened to me. Like, I would literally wait for her at the school, whatever, walk her to wherever she needed to go or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, man. Like, little smooch, little kiss, you know what I'm saying? Little, you know, high school love. Like, really crushing on this girl. Like, I thought she was the one for me, man. It was like every time I seen her, I was just like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, she could be at her worst and I still was like, oh my God. You know, like, man, I want her. And even after we quit talking, like, even after we got done talking or whatever like that, I still was stuck on her. Like, I was crazy. I ain't care who her boyfriend was. I ain't care, whatever. Like, I almost got into a real life fight because of that, because I didn't care. Like I remember her boyfriend was, like, in a whole nother part of the school. And I remember I kissed her on the cheek or something like that in class. And one of his homeboys ran to him after practice you know, at the basketball practice and was like, you know, Titus, man, he kissed your girl in class and da 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 da. But little did he know, I already knew the dude. So when he came to the class to confront me, he just looked at the class and was like, who did it? And he looked at me and he was like, man, I ain't about to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know, bro. Nah. At that moment, that's when I was like, man, like, damn, I ain't about to be fighting over this chick. Pretty light skin was bad, man. Pretty light skin was bad, man. And I gotta admit, she crushed me too. Now, this the part where she crushed me. So it was this one guy. We're gonna call him light-skinned dude with the golds. We'll call him that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna call him that. Light-skinned dude with the golds. I remember she had texted me, and I had just got out of practice. You know what I'm saying? I'm geeking. I'm like, I'm about to get a hug, get a little kiss, whatever. So I walked down the hall, and I'm like, meet me at da-da-da, whatever, you know. It's at this time it's like 7 something, so it's like, you know, we got the free minutes, you know, it's 7, so we going ham, you know, typing crazy on the 6010s and no kids. So she like, meet me down here at da da da. So like I meet her by the staircase, and I'm walking down the staircase, and then I see this light-skinned dude with golds. So I'm like, what's up? He like, what's up, bro? It's like, so I see her and I see him. Then I look at her, then I look at him. Then I'm like, so what's up? Like, she like, I just wanted to tell you, like, I got a new boyfriend and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, what? Like, oh, like, she hit me with that. She hit me with that. Like, I'm going to show you I got a new dude. Like, man, inside I was heated, but I kept myself together though. You know what I'm saying? My pops always told me, man, when it comes to stuff like that, keep it chill. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do all that. There's a lot of women out here. You ain't got to do all that. Pretty light skin knew I was hurt though. She knew I was hurt. She ain't want to do that to me, but at the same time, she did that shit to me, and that shit crushed me. I'm talking about, bro. I'm talking about, like, first crush, first love type stuff. Like, I thought I was gonna be with this girl in, you know, high school, saying, and like, and bro was so cool though, like light skinned dude with the ghost. He was so cool. He was just like, bro, I ain't even know, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you good, bro? You straight? You know what I'm saying? You good? You straight? You know what I'm saying? So that was like my first crush, like my first real crush. I'm talking about like crazy, like that whole school year. I was just, man, that girl could have told me to jump up and try to touch the moon. I would have, man, I probably would have tried that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had my nose wide open, like. But then after that, man, I could kind of say, like, man, I went kind of, I ain't gonna say savage, because I wasn't doing nothing crazy, but it was just like, man, I just didn't care about, you know, relationships and all that in high school, you know, so I was just like, nah, I'm about to just be cool and be chill. Yeah, man, that was like my first crush and my first heartbreak, man. Like, she crushed me bad. I'm talking about, she crushed me real bad, and that was like a life lesson that I learned. Was just like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm straight on that. Like, man, like, I ain't about to go crazy over a woman like that ever again. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the lessons that I literally learned at that moment. Was just like, hey man, it was just a high school crush, high school heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't cry about it. I didn't go home and cry, nothing like that. I literally sat down at the table and had my head like this. And my dad was like, what's wrong with you, boy? And I was like, dang, man, you know that pretty light-skinned girl I was telling you about? Like, she dumped me. He was just like, man, if you don't go in there and go do something, man, quit thinking about that little fast little girl. I just wanted to tell y'all that, man. Just a little story about my first crush, first heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Got more videos on the way, man. Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. I got more videos on the way, man. I'm working, trying to make this YouTube thing work. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and hit that bell, so that way when I drop these videos, you get it right away. But I appreciate y'all watching, man. I'm out of here.